Hey, I'm Vicky and this video is all about ways that you can make money online from home in your own time. I know that a lot of people watching my channel are parents like I am, and as I'm sure you're fully aware, trying to work and juggle family life is really, really tough. Like, really tough. Finding work that is online, that you can do remotely from your own home in your own time, that is flexible, can really help you improve your work-life balance. Today, all of the income that I make is done online. When I was made redundant from my job back in 2018, at the time I was very lost. I had two very young kids, neither of them at school at that stage. I really needed a job that was going to enable me to spend as much time with them as possible, but also while bringing in an income, because we couldn't afford for me not to work. I remember thinking when I set out on a journey to try and make money online that if I could just bring in £1,000 a month, that would just be everything and that would make all the difference. Fast forward to now, and I am making more than I used to make in my full-time office job. I used to work as a journalist. I'm now making in some months nearly double what I was making in that full-time job. My children are not in any kind of before school club or after school club, so I'm able to pick them up. I'm able to cope with all the days off that they have, either through sickness or school strikes or whatever goes wrong. School holidays are much easier. I don't have to worry about juggling my vacation time from a full-time paid job. I'm not having to worry about any of that stuff because I'm my own boss. My work is all online, done remotely, it's flexible. I set when I do my hours, and it just works so much better. So I'm gonna share with you some tried and tested online jobs that really work for making you money online. We're gonna start with money making ideas that can make you £50 extra per week, and then we're gonna go all the way up to money making ideas that can make you £1,000 per week extra or even more. Starting with the things that can make you up to £50 extra per week. And these are things that need to be done kind of in combination. So I'm grouping them together. No one of these companies is necessarily gonna make you £50 a week unless you have like a really amazing week. It's very unlikely. But if you sign up to lots of these companies, then the time that you put into them combined can get you that extra £50 a week. So starting off with survey sites then. So survey sites will pay you for your opinions, your views, information about your life. My favorite ones are Prolific, YouGov, Swagbox, Ipsos I Say, and Shopix. Now, just a note on Shopix, this is more of a receipt scanning app. So when you go and shop in a store, say you do your weekly shop at Aldi or Tesco, you then take a picture of your receipt and upload it into the app. However, the app also does ask you surveys about your shopping trip, so I've grouped it into my survey ideas there. The payout from Shopix is the worst out of all of the website survey sites that I've just mentioned there. I would say Prolific is the best, but I've also done really well out of YouGov. And the good thing about YouGov these days is there are ways to boost your points by sharing things like your YouTube and Disney Plus viewing data with them. On a similar vein to survey sites is mystery shopping. Now, this one does require you to leave your home, but it is flexible work. It is work that you find online, and it is something that you can very much do in your own time at your own pace. Mystery shopping is particularly good if you live close to a town centre, because there's more likely to be a large number of jobs available for you to do. And one of the biggest companies in the UK to find mystery shopping jobs is a company called Market Force. Something else you can do to make money online is testing out websites. So you visit websites, you click around, or you're given a particular set of tasks that you need to do, and then you provide feedback and insights to companies, telling them what your experience was like. One of the biggest companies that will pay you to do this is usertesting.com. Check them out, sign up, see what kind of jobs they can offer you. Now we're going to move up a level to things that can make you £100 to £500 extra per week working online from home. So to take earnings to the next level, you need to start thinking about selling your skills online, okay? So what can you do? What services can you sell that you can do at home online on your computer for individuals and companies? One place that's a really good spot to start to find these kind of freelancing opportunities is Fiverr. This is a website that connects freelancers with people looking for help with an absolutely huge range of tasks. The kind of freelancing work that you can get on Fiverr is really diverse. There's freelance writing, graphic design, logo design, illustrating, website maintenance, voiceover work, video editing, so many different kinds of things. So it's a really, really good idea to think about what your skill set is and how that could apply to the jobs that are available on Fiverr. Of course, you don't have to do freelancing through Fiverr. It can be a really, really good platform from which to start, or even just a platform to get ideas from. You could decide to turn your hand to freelance writing and just pitch a bunch of companies. See if there are any out there that are looking for help with freelance writing for their own websites or for their own in-house publications or any other kind of media outlets that need help from a freelance writer. It can be really, really helpful to have some specialist knowledge in writing. So say, for example, you have a scientific or a medical or a technical or a mathematical background, then look for companies in those particular niches that need help with freelance writing. There's also freelance bookkeeping, freelance proofreading. There really is a huge range of opportunities in this area, and it's really just a case of putting yourself out there, finding where these specific jobs are being advertised in the niche that you want to look in, and just bombarding companies, as many companies as possible, with emails explaining who you are, what you can do, what your experience is, in order to find work in those specific areas. Another great idea is selling stock photography. There's a huge market online for stock photographs of places, things, people, objects, all kinds of different stuff. You can upload your pictures to marketplaces such as Shutterstock or Creative Market and see if you can sell them to consumers on there. In this digital age, there's also a huge demand for virtual assistants. So a virtual assistant is someone who, as the name suggests, provides assistance virtually. A virtual assistant will help with a range of tasks such as answering emails, sending emails, making travel plans, doing social media posts, setting up meetings. It really does depend on what the individual or the company wants you to do. How many hours you do as a virtual assistant really depends on what type of business or individual that you work for. So if you've only got a few hours a week that you want to dedicate to this, then really try and target very niche, small companies or individuals such as bloggers, for example. There are so many bloggers looking for help from virtual assistants to help with things like uploading stuff to their websites or doing social media work, and some of them will provide you with some training. So try putting yourself out there, look for these roles. They're really, really good, flexible, interesting roles as well. A great way to make money online for teachers or people who are university degree trained in a particular subject or are particularly highly skilled in a musical instrument is being a private tutor. Lots of this can be done virtually via video calls these days. There are companies specifically set up that will connect you with potential students, or you could always advertise yourself locally in Facebook groups, particularly if, say, you're a teacher. There are always parents looking for a little bit of tuition with their kids for, say, upcoming exams like SATs, GCSEs, that kind of thing. Now onto ways that you can make £1,000 a week or even more, and this is where you become your own boss. Starting your own business may feel really, really daunting, and I get that. Some days I am still completely daunted by it, and I can't quite believe that I run my own business from home. It just feels like far too grown up for me. However, there are tons of people doing it. There are tons of people starting new businesses all of the time, and they are building them to incredible successes in relatively short space of time. You can start your own business through starting your own website, setting up a YouTube channel, building up a following on social media. You could combine all three of those. Through those platforms, you could then sell your own products or services, you could sell courses, or you could just be providing people with helpful or entertaining information. And then you could get advertising either through sponsored work with brands, or if you have a website, you can place adverts on that website. Once you have enough traffic heading to that website, that will earn you passive income 24/7. How are you actually going to get started? First of all, it's really important to pick a niche and decide who your audience actually is. And that is key, because that needs to be your focus at all times. Say, for example, you want to sell resources for parents of toddlers and preschool age children. You want to sell resources such as printable products or activity books for children, or even activity sets for children, like sensory kits, Play-Doh, that kind of thing. You would set up a website under your brand name, and you would put a ton of blog content on there, a ton of articles on there, aimed at your key target audience. So that is the parents, and it would be all about ways that you can entertain kids at home, useful things for parents to do with entertaining toddlers, entertaining preschoolers, little activities they can do. And then you would maybe combine that with a YouTube channel, with social media, putting ideas on there. You can showcase the products that you want to sell on there. And then over time you build up that audience. With this process, it is the case that you're giving away some information for free. You want to, in order to build that audience up, be giving them something. So some free information, some free help, some advice, some tips, as well as showcasing your products. And it's finding that balance. For me personally, the bulk of my income comes from my 2 websites from advertising. So I do have my own products. That is not a huge income stream for me at this stage. It's something that I'm working on building up. But at the moment, my key focus for the last few years has been building up websites with a lot of informational content, stuff that people are searching for on Google, stuff that answers their questions, brings them to my website. And then once I have eyeballs on the website, they're looking at adverts that are placed in between and all around my content, and I'm then paid for the views on those adverts by an advertising company that I'm partnered up with called Mediavine. And I also do a bit of affiliate marketing as well, and this is where I promote other people's products, and then I get a commission in return for any sales made through links that are placed on my websites or on my social media channels. And look guys, I could go on for ages and ages and ages about the different types of businesses that can really thrive from what I've just talked about, that website, the YouTube channel, the social media audience, building that up. There are so many. If you are thinking like, hey, maybe that's something I'm interested in, I would really start with what interests you, what skills do you have, what kind of products could you bring to market, or what kind of expertise can you bring to an online audience. Think about that. Go out and research what people are already doing in that kind of area. How are they monetizing their audience? Are they doing it mainly through affiliate marketing, like they're promoting other people's products? Are they doing their own products? And what are those products? And what could you do that's like better or a little bit different, or is serving a slightly different corner of that market? Go out and do your research, and then I really suggest just going for it, because although your research is important, I also think that you do a lot of learning while you're doing, and all the mistakes that you make as you go just make you more successful. Like, you'll have pitfalls, you'll have problems, but you learn from them and you pick themselves up and yourself up, and you do it differently next time. So my big bit of advice is do your research, but don't wait too long. Just like get started, pick your niche, decide what you're gonna do and go for it. I really hope that you found this video useful and it's given you some ideas for making money online. Any questions or comments at all about any of the stuff that I've said, or any additional ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next upload. Bye.